guys, welcome back. My name is Nathan and today I'm going to be previewing the 2020 World Junior Championships. Now the 2020 World Juniors hosted in the Czech Republic is just a few days away. But what do you need to know about this year's tournament and what should you guys be looking for? Watch till the end to find out and of course subscribe if you're new. Now this year's World Juniors is set up to be a very good one. As I said in my predictions video and my 10 players to watch video just a couple of days back, this will be a World Juniors that you guys will want to pay attention to. It'll be hosted in the Czech Republic. We'll start for the 26th of this month on to January 5th. That'll be the end of it and that will be the gold medal game. But throughout those 2 weeks we'll see some excellent play, we'll see some excellent players going at it, and a lot of great storylines to keep up with. But going on to the first team that we'll preview in today's video, and now going to go on to Team Canada. And Team Canada is one of the more interesting teams in this tournament, I think, because I think they might have a lesser team than last year, but at the same time, I think they have an excellent chance to win the gold medal. In my World Junior Predictions video, watch that if you haven't, spoilers right now, I predicted Canada to win the gold medal. As a Team USA fan, I will say that I think Canada has a strong roster, and I think this year they could potentially actually get it done. And I think that disappointment of not even going to the gold medal game or even being close to it last year will kind of fuel a lot of those Team Canada players this year to actually get a gold medal for Team Canada. And there will be a lot of players to watch, especially even from coming from last year. You have players like Alexis Lafreniere and now newcomers in Quinton Byfield, Bowen Byram, and you also have Barrett Hayton, I think, as the 4 players that will be super interesting in this one. But the 2 2020 draft eligibles and Alexis Lafreniere, Quinton Byfield will both be super exciting to watch and will likely lead Team Canada's offense in many different ways. But also going to Canada's rivals in Team USA, obviously my favorite team in my country, Team USA will also, like Canada, be super interesting in this year's tournament. They went to the gold medal game last year and lost to Team Finland in a close one, and obviously they're going to look to get the gold medal in this one and actually get it done in the gold medal game. At the same time, I think USA maybe has the best roster on paper in this tournament when it comes to offense, defense, and goaltending, but at the same time I think they might be a reverse of Canada. I think Canada has a lesser roster, but will get it done. Meanwhile, Team USA, I don't see being able to clutch this thing out. But no matter what ends up happening with Team USA, there's going to be a ton of fantastic prospects that are going to be NHL players on that team. You have some really good highlights like Cole Caulfield, Spencer Knight, Keandre Miller, Oliver Wahlstrom, who was just loaned by the Islanders. There will be a lot of NHL talent on this team to look forward to. And as a Team USA fan, even if they don't win the gold medal, seeing this team in its prime and seeing all these great players come together is going to be worth the price of admission. Now, speaking of price of admission, we're now going to go on to Team Sweden and their interesting roster. And just like Canada and USA, another interesting team to watch will be Team Sweden. Because I think when it comes to overall play of forwards, defensemen, and goaltending, they might have one of the more overall best rosters they've had in a while too. Especially looking at offense, which I think can be very underrated and very scary, featuring guys like Nils, Hoglander, Samuel Vegamo, and also newcomers, 2020 draft players in Lucas Raymond, Alexander Holtz. That will be a team that can either win a gold medal or fail spectacularly. There's almost no middle ground. And another Scandinavian team that will have a lot on their hands is Team Finland. A team that I think will be a really fascinating one to watch because last year they won the gold medal in the World Juniors. They looked fantastic and had one of their better rosters they ever had. I predicted that team to win the gold medal and lo and behold, they ended up doing it. This year I'm not quite as confident with them. I think they'll get pretty far in the tournament, but I don't see them winning another gold medal in, to be honest. And when it comes to that team, there are some amazing players, but I just think overall the strength that they have is definitely not what they used to have. And to me, Finland is a team that is decent overall, but is kind of lacking in the amount of superstars. You got Rasmus Kupari, Ville Heinola, and Justice Andinen potentially. But besides that, I don't see a team that could really compete with a USA, a Canada, even a Russia, in my opinion. But I think they will be good enough to go pretty far, but the gold medal, in my opinion, will be just out of reach for them. And then going on to the team that I think is honestly the most underrated in the whole tournament, and it's not even close, that being Team Russia. Now, Team Russia is a team that obviously, as a USA fan, I don't want to see perform all that well. Sorry, Russia fans, you know where it comes from. But the thing is that this team, I think, could go very, very far, and I don't think a lot of people are really giving them that credit. When it comes to their team, I think they have one of the more balanced rosters they've ever had, to be honest. When it comes to the forward group, I think the offense can do some excellent damage. I think the defense is very solid, led by guys like Alexander Romanov and Zamola, and you have Yaroslav Askarov, one of the best goalie prospects of the last few decades. He really is that good, and honestly could lead Team Russia all by himself. But that's a team that I honestly would not be surprised if they ended up winning a gold medal out of nowhere over teams like Canada, Sweden, Finland, even USA. If Team Russia does win the gold medal, I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would not be surprised. For the talent that they have, man, they honestly might be just too good. And going to another team that I think is also in the underrated category, but I think can surprise some people and will get a lot of attention in this tournament, that being Team Germany. Now, Germany has a roster that isn't amazing, and I think even if they finish 4th in their group, I would be a little bit surprised by that. But at the same time, Germany will have some amazing players on their hands and will be one of the underdogs in this tournament. But when you have guys like Moritz Seider, Tim Stutzel, JJ Pertica, and honestly Lucas Reichel, who's an underrated beast, I think that's a team that can surprise some people, even if we don't have the biggest expectations. But as a guy who has a lot of German heritage in my family alongside US heritage, I will be rooting for Germany as big as ever. Obviously, Team USA will be my #1, and I still like Team Finland quite a bit. But Germany is one of those underdog stories that you can't help but root for. And Moritz Seider, the stud himself, will likely be one of the guys leading that team. But at the same time, no matter how they do, seeing a team like Germany being in these World Juniors is an amazing story by itself. And now moving on to the team that is hosting this year's tournament, that being Team Czech Republic. Now, Team Czech Republic has been one that I've gotten a little bit controversy with. In my World Junior predictions, I had them finishing 5th in Group B. I did not see them doing all too well. And to be honest, it's not because they're hosting the championships. I don't know if, when it comes to the team performance, if that'll have too much of an impact. But to me, Czech Republic just does not have the firepower to compete with some of those teams. I mean, in Group B, you have USA, Russia, Canada, and also Team Germany. And I think Team Germany will surprise some people. And unfortunately, it had to be the year they hosted the tournament, but to me, Czech Republic just does not have a strong roster, especially compared to last year. And last year's tournament was a year that they really disappointed. They were not good whatsoever, and I don't exactly see too much improvement happening in this year's tournament. And if I thought Team Czech Republic's roster was underwhelming, well, we're now going to go on to Team Switzerland, which is one of the weirdest teams, I think, in this tournament because they're in Group A, the much easier group, and I think if this was any other year, if they were even in Group B especially, I think there would be no competition. They'd be the worst team in that group. But with Kazakhstan also being in their group, it's really hard to see them being worse than that team. So in my opinion, I think Switzerland will get a couple of points here and there. But the roster they have is filled with a few NHL prospects, but they're not exactly good ones. Especially compared to last year where they had a couple of very solid ones. This year is just not the same. And now going on to a team that, just like Switzerland, I think is underwhelming, one of the more underwhelming ones in this tournament, that being Team Slovakia. Now, to any Slovakia fans out there, I think they can do something in the tournament, but sadly, I don't see too much happening from them. They have one NHL player that has rights under the NHL, that being 2019 draftee Maxim Chaykovic. But besides that, they don't really have anybody. The defense is kind of average at best. The goaltending is average at best. Chaykovic will be super interesting to watch in this tournament. I think he'll have a good one. But besides that, I just don't see anything from this team. And they're in that Group A, which only has really Sweden and Team Finland. So they might get bailed out. But at the same time, like Team Switzerland, I don't exactly see them doing too well. And then we go to easily the best team of this tournament. It's not even close. On to the legendary team itself, Team Kazakhstan. If you tell me who is the favorite to win the gold medal, it's Team Kazakhstan. There is not even a debate, because Team Kazakhstan is the best team out there, baby. But in all seriousness, man, they're not going to get 1 point in this tournament. I'd be surprised they scored more than like 1 goal in this tournament. I would honestly be surprised by that, because they really don't have anybody. They have one player listed right now who was playing in the USHL, which is not bad whatsoever. But the rest of the team is really, really not good. And if they get even 1 point, that would be a pretty big accomplishment for them. But it don't matter, because Team Kazakhstan is going to get the gold and will reign supreme, baby. But in this year's World Juniors, you have 10 teams listed. But to be honest, for me personally, it usually is this way. You only have the main teams that will really contend for that gold medal: USA, Canada, Russia, Finland, and Team Sweden. But to be honest, while I think Team USA is the favorite and I think they have the best roster, as I said in my predictions video, check that out if you haven't, I think Canada and Russia are the teams that will be in the gold medal game. In my opinion, those will be the 2 teams going down with it. But I wouldn't be surprised if USA were to make it. Team Finland, even Team Sweden, I think could get it done if they want to at this point. And at the same time, there will be a lot of unpredictability. Even though I predicted last year's World Juniors gold medal game correctly, I don't exactly see that happening 2 times in a row. So this year will be a ton of fun to watch, with a lot of fantastic players to watch, top-end guys. Cole Caulfield, Vasily Podkolzin on Team Canada, also guys like Alexis Lafreniere, Quinton Byfield. As I said before, I think this one will be a World Juniors for the ages, and will be a ton of fun to watch. But if you guys did enjoy this World Juniors preview, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course hit that notification bell if you are new. Comment down below your thoughts on this World Juniors and what your predictions are as well. Click on this video to watch all of my World Juniors videos all in one playlist. My name is Nathan. Share this video with your friends if you haven't, and I'll see y'all in the next video or stream. Goodbye.